It's the Friday night sports show. It's good to have your company. In a moment, we're going to have a look at the game between the Swans and Essendon last night. But before we do, I thought we'd go south. And this is going to be interesting because this year, the Colac and District Football and Netball League are back. They've already had some of their fixtures starting. The Easter clash that happened down there at the terrific Stribling Reserve. And they've also had the Central Reserve game taking place too, which was the first opener to the season. So 2 games of round 1 action have been completed.
Yes, that is correct, Flowman. And interestingly enough, I think Alvey has competed in 2 of them.
Yes.
I don't get it.
I know. Isn't it a strange thing? They've got 2 of their other matches then will not be played in the regular rounds of those. So that's just how they program it. Alvey played Illawarra back on the Central Reserve for the opening Saturday match on March 27. 8-10-58, Alvey beat Illawarra Biak 5 goals straight. A good win by Alvey. And then they came out against Lorne, and on the Easter Saturday match, which is designed around the big crowds that are at Lorne over the Easter weekend, big crowds come to Stribling Reserve to see some local footy. Lorne 7-6-48 beat Alvey 6-11-47 in a thriller.
By a point, yep, you can't get any closer, so the Swans almost had the perfect start to the season. Lorne are favoured actually to win this competition this year from what I understand. I believe that they've got a fairly strong unit at their disposal this year. But well done to them. And I'll tell you what, Alvey had to come from behind to get that close too. They were down by 14 points at half-time in a pretty low-scoring affair. But they go all right, the Swans, so they'll be there when the whips are cracking.
Yeah, and in the last quarter, they kicked 1 goal 7 here.
Ouch.
And they had their chances. They'd say that if they had been able to get straight, they would have. Rosevear was peppering the ball forward to them. Kelly and Delaronso were good players too. Marnie's been a long-termer at Alvey and plays good footy. But it was Taylor and White and McCormack repelling them. And Holmer booted 3 for the winners, and Johnson and Taylor both booted 2. It was Dare, and don't you dare take him on. He booted 4. He was magnificent. And in the end, it was a 1-point win to Lorne. It leaves the round of matches for the remainder of this weekend. Apollo Bay play Otway Districts, and this is down at the Bay. The Hawks start favourites here. The Districts have come up with a good side, but going to be have to wait and see just how they go at Gellibrand.
Apollo Bay for mine. Simpson, now they sort of mid-tabled it in 2019. Birregurra will be the host for this game. Birregurra Rec Reserve. I think the Tigers might just get the job done.
And South Colac play Illawarra Biak, and that one, South have been very high up their side at their home deck, should get home, I think, against what I think the Bombers will struggle this year. And the Western Eagles, won't it be great to see what the Irrawillippi boys do this year? And they play against Colac Imperials at home. Eagles before 2019 season, they had many seasons on the bottom of this ladder. Can these Western Eagles find a way of getting off the bottom this year and winning some games and putting some real interest back into the Colac and District for their particular supporters?
Well, I think we're going to see a very tight competition here. In particular, Colac Imperials, who my mail is may have lost a few, and the Eagles boys, they were pretty average from memory back in 2019. I reckon they didn't win too many games. So, look, I all in all, I think Colac Imperials will win that one, Flowman.
All right. Yep. Well, when we take it back to 2019, Lorne and the end of the home and away season, and South Colac with the 2 power sides, Birregurra, Apollo Bay in the next 2 places. Alvey made the 5. Simpson just outside by a game back then in 6th. Colac Imperials were next. Otway and Western Eagles. So there you go.
I wasn't far wrong.
You're pretty spot on, stat man. You're good on the stats, and you're good on the Friday night sports show, where we're going to be coming back with a look at what's happening in local football soon. But I want to have a look at this game last night.
Yeah, let's talk about the AFL clash between the Sydney Swans and the Bombers. Cracking game of football, this one. The Swans probably had their chances to ice the game. They were a little inaccurate in front of goal, but I tell you what, 11-17-83, the Bombers 12-8-80, the Bombers maybe are better than I gave them credit for. They actually had a red-hot go in this game. The tackling from both sides was a feature. It was tough. It was hard. McDonald, Tip and Woody was brilliant for the Bombers. Ridley down in defence was outstanding. And Callum Mills into the midfield for the Sydney Swans has been a revelation as well. He was outstanding once more for the Swans. But all in all, the Swans fell over the line. They go 4-0. The Bombers are 1-3.
Ah, yes, it is going to be a very interesting AFL season. We'll keep you posted, of course, through our Sporting Fix. But it's good to have your company here on the Friday Night Sports Show.